found another encouraging comment. I'll share it with you guys here at the end of this video. And I knew that I had problems, and I've been trying to diet, and I've done well, and then you fall off the wagon. I do great, and then I hit a wall, and it seems like I ate 3 carbs, and you know, I gained 10 pounds immediately.
You say you are lost and you're in need of some advice. I'll try to be honest, though it's easier to lie. And you can say that I'm crazy, that you're thinking already, but I'm telling you, baby, get up and get out, 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 get up and get out. It's okay to be broken. It's okay to laugh and cry. 'Cause when you try.
Maybe that was a bad idea. I tried though. I tried. Whew. Going down scared me. Hey everybody, it's Aaron from the Kilby Life, bringing you another carnivore adventure check-in. So today is day 109, and this is my 110-day check-in, 1 day early. I'm out here on a walk, trying to get my blood flowing, moving, and just loosening up. I went out and worked out the other day, and I didn't warm up well enough and was doing some push-ups and hurt my shoulder. I have a problem with my shoulder. That's part of the reason why I started working out, just help with that, and it has really helped. Plus, dropping weight and getting rid of some inflammation has really helped that also. But I need to make sure at my age to warm up well before I start doing those types of exercises. It is not worth injuring yourself and then you can't do anything. So I've been reading some messages, and I got a message about carb addiction. And I was like, do you know what? I haven't looked at carbs like an addiction. And just a little backstory, which is kind of ironic. Tomorrow will be my 110 days on this carnivore diet, and it will also be my 18th year drug-free. A lot of people don't know that, but yes, I used to have addiction problems, and I've always had an addictive personality, so I always had to be careful. And I saw that message about not giving an alcoholic a drink or a drug addict some drugs because, you know, the control issues and not being able to have them and be able to not partake, I should say. But it got me thinking about my own life. I watched a little bit of the video from the Carb addict doctor, and he said that addicts don't have control. Obviously, it's more nuanced than that. He was saying that people need to start with boundaries, but if you don't have control, how are you gonna make up boundaries? And how are you gonna make boundaries if you don't know you have a problem? I always say the first step is to admit you have a problem. And how do you admit you have a problem if no one has ever told you it's a problem? Obviously, you see the weight gain. You know, carbs aren't like doing hard drugs, you know, because they're permissible. Everyone it seems like is eating the standard American diet. I'm watching TV the other day, there's an advertisement for Domino's Pizza, and they were flashing all the pictures to try to tantalize you into eating their food. And every single one of those things on that menu are all things I can't eat and shouldn't eat. Now, if that was like a treat every once in a while, that'd be a different story. But as someone who has struggled with a carb addiction, That's literally all the stuff I should not touch at all. Yeah, watching those commercials seems kind of wrong. They could just have all these commercials, you know, if people are struggling with carb addictions. But that's one of those things. Carbs are permissible, and it's hard to get away from them. The doctor recommended getting the stuff out of your house, but that's not practical for everybody. I have a wife and 8 children that eat also, and just because I have a carb addiction doesn't mean they can't have carbs. It's not leaving the house. If I don't have control, and if I don't have control, how do I set boundaries? Then how does it end up mattering to me? How do you end up making a change? And I have found just through my own struggles, you can't change unless you want to. So how do you get to want to change? A way that comes to mind is seeing someone else do it. That's part of the reason I'm doing this video, because, and a lot of people on YouTube doing carnivore videos, because they did it and they're sharing it, and they're trying to be an inspiration and encouragement for other people to try it, because it changed their lives, it changed my life, and it's currently changing my life. I'm still in process of healing my body and getting over the carb addiction. But when you see someone else do it, it encourages you to do it. Changes the things you have to into the things you want to do. And so then you gotta work on your boundaries, but you gotta also remember you're gonna have some ups and downs. Don't give up. If you fall down, get up faster is what I tell everybody. Fall down less and then get up faster. Don't just wallow in it, just get going again, and you'll learn. You will learn. I have a guy I work with right now who I love dearly, and he's, you know, probably 80 pounds at least overweight, and he's having some heart issues and breathing issues, and he's having more and more physical problems. Late 50s. His doctor says he has heart problems. I'm looking at him and I'm sad, because, not to pick on him, but he's complaining about his health, but he's not doing anything to change it. Should I just rush up to him and say, hey, you need to change all the things that you're doing in your life? Stop drinking the pop, stop snacking constantly, stop eating all those carbs, they're killing you, they're making your health worse, they're making it so you can't breathe, you can't do exercise, everything is way more labor intensive than it needs to be? No, wouldn't work. What I need to do is just being a good example in front of him, in the hopes that I earn the right to talk to him. Like he comes to me and says, hey, I've noticed some changes in you. What do you think I could do? And that's how you impact real change in people's lives, by being the person that inspires. I think it's kind of funny how you could go on an all meat diet and tell people, yeah, I'm only eating meat, and they look at you like like you're an actual drug addict. People think you have 2 heads. But the results speak for themselves. Get up, eat some meat, cook some eggs, stay away from those carbs, get them out of your house if you have to, cut them out of your life, find a way to put some boundaries in your life, make sure you don't get hungry, eat some food, plan ahead so you don't get hungry and don't have the desire to snack. A little confession. So, you know, on my video I've been talking about these pot stickers, and I was like, do you know what? I've done so good. I've done so good. I'm gonna try a couple pot stickers. I look up, it's like 35 grams of carbs for 3 of them. I'm like, wow, that seems like a lot, because I want to do 0 carb, but I'm like, if I could keep it under 20, that'd be great. Especially like on a cheat, if I wanted to cheat a little bit, you know, because my lack of self-control. But I also wanted to try them, because I wanted to see how my body would react, for one, how they tasted after this long, do a little experiment. And do you know what? I paired it with a ribeye, and I tried the pot sticker, and I was like, this just tastes like flour. It was not palatable at all. I was like, this is not good. The meat inside was great. I was like, oh, there's something wrong with this. And I took a slice of that ribeye and put it in my mouth. I just went, without even thinking about it. The ribeye was so much better tasting than that floury shell on that pot sticker. Like, what's happening to me? I'm changing. I can't believe it. My tastes are changing, and I'm not craving those things. I'm not craving those things, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything right now. But there will be a day that will be tough, and I'll crave something. A day I'll get sad. Maybe I'll lose a loved one or something, and I will feel different. And I might have cravings or desire to use carbs again. And I'm really hoping by documenting this and the community at large, all the accountability out there really helps me to not fall off the wagon, to stay on it and to build those boundaries and be practical about the way I think about it. Because it's not practical for me to say I'm never gonna eat any carbs ever again in my entire life. That just doesn't work for things that are permissible, that permissible and that prevalent, where you can't just watch TV and get away from it. It's everywhere. Your family's eating it everywhere you go. There's people eating carbs. Now, you know, if it was black tar heroin, that's a whole different thing. You know, you can get away from that. You can't get away from seeing carbs or being around people that eat carbs. You're gonna have a Thanksgiving dinner. It's gonna be Christmas. It's gonna be your birthday. Someone's gonna push cake in your face. Like, I don't even like cake anyway. Can I have a meat pie? Yeah, I almost got off here without giving an update on where I am. I have stalled out at about 33 pounds of a loss. It's only been a couple days, but I'm not worried about it because I know the weight will come off if I continue this way. At least my body will change. Hoping to get some abs. We'll see about that. But people have been asking about my blood work, and I still have not had an updated blood work, but I'm pretty sure here in like 2-3 weeks I have an appointment. So I made some notes on all the tests that you guys said I should get, and so I'm hoping to remember all that and write it down and ask my doctor so I can bring some of that information. It has to be better. It has to be better. And I know that I'm gonna have to continue, and I have no problem with it. I'm thankful to, because if I feel this much better now, how much better am I gonna feel when my body is completely healed of its insulin resistance? All right, check out this message I got from Craig Slitzer. Said, I started eating low carb just trying to lose weight. Same here. Somewhere along the line, I switched to carnivore and noticed the other benefits that came along with it. I actually consider this diet to be my prescription antidepressant pill. Amen to that. That was over a year ago. I'm down 70 pounds from where I started, but I'm not all that worried about my weight anymore. I feel so much better than I ever have before. And I read that message and I am so encouraged. I'm so encouraged because I've noticed those benefits mentally also. And that's what I want for my friend at work. I want this. I want a success story. I want a story where they say, I was this, but now I'm better because I broke some chains. I saw change in other people and I was inspired. I just realized that I was doing you guys a disservice by not bringing up the spiritual aspect of addiction. Again, my 110-day check-in is on my 18 years sober from drugs, and there was and is a spiritual aspect to that healing for me. Can't leave it out. And I know a lot of people believe this, that, and the other thing when it comes to religion or spirituality, but let me just break it down to this. what happened to me is I started realizing how important I was, and not in like a cocky way, as in a way where I needed to realize that people loved me, that I was uniquely made, that I wasn't an accident, that people cared about me, that I was loved. And it really helped my confidence. It really helped me care about myself, which seems counterproductive when it comes to spirituality or whatever. But if you don't find a way to love yourself, if people don't tell you they love you, or they do and you can't believe it, it makes it much harder because you feel alone. So yes, there's a spiritual aspect. You're not alone. You're not alone. We are not alone. And I just want to thank everyone for watching this Kilby Life Carnivore adventure. Kilby out.